bus. I'm just so motivated to get it done. Thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update on what's growing at the moment in the garden. We've had the strongest winds lately. Good morning. I'm still not yet awake, so I'm just going about my morning and the tasks that I need to get done just to get myself started for the day. I'm sure eventually I will pick up the camera and properly talk to you guys. For now though, I need to take down an old fence. I need to make sure that the fence we do currently have up for the dogs is actually standing up. And also just watering my gardens and getting the day started. There's a few like odd bits and bobs that I need to do today just to look after the homestead, look after the gardens and look after us. So I'm going to get on with it and I'm sure I will catch up with you guys at some point today. The area behind me is already looking so much better with all that junk taken off. The plan for today is actually to pressure wash the house and the ceiling as well to get rid of all the cobwebs and all the dirt and the dust. I'm kind of trying to do little things here and there to start preparing the property for when we're ready to leave. I have been also going around and collecting things that rather than throwing them out, I can potentially repair. I've already repaired the cat carrier, which really was quite an easy fix. I'm not sure why I thought it would be so hard. And then this watering can, it snapped, and so for a while now I haven't been able to properly water my front garden, which is why it's gone so dry. So literally just going to use some duct tape and hope that it fixes it at least for a while. I think it will. I did this as well to a container that we had that had a few cracks in it because we were storing firewood in it. And I used the tape on it and then I was able to create some homemade paper just by using that tub because none of the holes leaked anymore. In town we have a repair cafe where there's volunteers that repair things for you. They do charge you for the parts that they need to buy and the things that they've used, but then you donate to them for their service and it's all just run by volunteers. And I've been wanting to check it out for a while. I'm sure I've talked about it. So I've gathered up I think 3 different things that I would love repaired and I don't know how to do it myself. So I'm hoping to check that out tomorrow when I go down to the farmer's market and we'll just see what they can do. This we used during our chicken butcherings to boil the water, so that snapped. It wasn't very sturdy or strong. I've got an old vacuum cleaner that I poured water into and a couple of other like bits and bobs that I'm just curious to see what they can do with them. Let's hope for the best. I need to take these boys for a walk and then you and I are going to head on to the bus. By the way, did I say good morning properly yet? I don't think I have. I've been so busy. I have already done 5,000 steps just tidying all the junk on our porch and around our property and yeah, cleaning. I've done all the cobwebs in the house. I've cleaned the kitchen. I've hung the washing, all the things. So anyways, I'm gonna go. See you guys soon. Well, a beautiful day for it. Next time you'll see Kobe, he's going to be shaved because that's one of the jobs on the to-do list. We're back and it is so hot outside. the idea of going out there and working on my garden today just doesn't appeal. And though I have so many garden jobs on my to-do list for the week, I definitely don't want to be moving heavy bucketfuls of wood chips or staking up tomatoes, even though that sounds easy. Perhaps I'll even do it this evening, but I don't want to be out in direct sunlight right now. And honestly, the only thing I want to do on my list is the window furnishings on the bus. I really want to go work on the bus. I'm just so motivated to get it done. And I've had a chat to Sam on how to do that, so I'm feeling pretty confident and I've got a good strategy. So yeah, I'm gonna have an iced coffee and then head out there. We're doing it, we're heading onto the bus. I must say, I feel so good today. I feel positive, I feel energized, I feel so motivated. I think I've been sick the last week or so because I've been feeling really low in my energy levels, but also my mood. While today I'm like, I could conquer the world today if I could. Feeling really good, so I'm excited to get into the bus with you. Come on. Onto the bus. Come on, up on the bus, let's go. Up.
Good boy, come on, Ty, in.
Good boys. I love you guys so much. It looks so good in here. And just to let you guys know, what I'm doing today is putting the plywood in these bits here. So I'm going to do the two sides and then the front one as well. Let me show you just how easy this is going to be. I'm taking the offcuts from the ceiling as well as the walls, and once I have it the right height, all I'm going to do is stick it into that gap. And then from the other side, actually if I stick it into here, it'll make more sense. I'm going to stick it into the gap and then mark a line all the way down where I need to cut. Then use the jigsaw, cut it out, and then literally it's going to be that quick and easy. Place it all in and then I'll be able to do the same thing, measure out the front as well and stick it on so it's nice and neat. We will eventually cover up the corners. Not quite sure how yet. Sam does have an idea, but either I'm not picturing it right or it sounds like something I don't want to have. So if you guys have any ideas for nice, seamless, natural ways to cover up the corners so that they're nice and neat, let us know down below, and hopefully you'll see this before we start doing that. Let's get our height right. Now I'm sure the circular saw could do this job much faster, but I personally find it very terrifying and I would rather use a jigsaw, which I feel I have more control over. I feel like I can slow down or speed up as I need to, and the blade is not nearly as intimidating as a circular saw can be. So this is what I'm going to use. Here's a bit of random information that I've kind of discovered. There's a lot of activities that are considered feminine and for girls to do, like technically, compared to what boys are supposed to do, okay? And I'm saying supposed to because in this modern age, I mean, girls and boys can do whatever they want and any person can do whatever they want. But traditionally in the past, you know, girls would do all the cooking, the cleaning, and then a lot of creative things like crochet and macrame and quilting and sewing. And one thing that I've discovered since starting to build the bus and build things on the homestead in general is a lot of the skills that us women are learning in our crafts are actually identical, if not easily transferable into skills that men are doing in building anyways. So for example, with sewing and quilting, you're using a square, you're having to make sure that your cuts are nice and straight and measuring plenty of times before you cut it. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now, except instead of using fabric that's really delicate and moves and is really flexible, I'm using a nice, easy hardwood. So really, as long as you can master those loud power tools, you're going to be great. So if you're worried about using power tools or doing building and you need you know, just that encouragement to give it a go. I bet you already know how to use all of the skills that you have and just do it in this sense. In what I would say is actually easier, because it's all hard and nothing moves on you. That one's probably my best piece yet. Third time's the charm, right? 3 sides done so far. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to go. Lucky it's my lucky number. Means it's gonna go quick. Maybe. It's pretty hot. Alright, enough messing around. No more walking back and forth. You guys know me. The best way to get any task done really efficiently and really quickly is to do one activity at a time. So I've just gone ahead and I've measured out all of these long bits so I can cut off the ends to get the right length. And then I'll go ahead and I'll find the width of 5 columns at a time. Let's go. The kangaroos have absolutely decimated everything, including the rhubarb, so I'm going to protect whatever I can. The original gardens are definitely due for some love as far as this week's tasks go, so they're going to form the priority so that the garden beds are fluffed up and everything in them is nice and healthy. I'm actually surprised to see that the soil in these garden beds is so deep. And I guess really I shouldn't be surprised. I've put 3 years of hard work, fresh compost every year, lots of nutrients, lots of love, lots of care, lots of plants into these garden beds. And so at this point they should be really deep and full of great soil. So I'm really looking forward to taking advantage of it this summer. And I'm most likely going to plant lots of potatoes and corn in this bed. Maybe even pumpkins. Maybe I can bring back the 3 sister garden that we originally had when we first put these gardens in. And then also lots of tomatoes in the other bed because I don't think it's had tomatoes yet. So I'm most likely going to actually move. I love moving these. They're way too delicate to move, but I'm most likely going to once again move these structures over to one of the other garden beds and use it as a teepee so that I can have the corn growing in this bed. Oh, that's pathetic. Come on. There we go. Stay tuned. This won't be this bare for much longer. I refuse. There is actually quite a bit planted back there, but the reason it's not growing is because I haven't been consistently watering it. When you consistently water a garden, I'm talking water every single day as much as you can, things actually start to flourish and grow, and I just haven't had a hose connection that's easily accessible on this side. So with work, it's just something that I can't keep up with unless it's really easy for me. So one of the tasks today after I finish watering this garden with the sprinkler is actually to get the hose reconnected in this spot. And one of the reasons I want to use the pressure washer on the house today is because I know that I need the long hose in order to pressure wash everything, but then I don't need it after that. So once that job is officially done, I can bring my hoses back to where they should be. I'm back on the bus today for round 2. Yesterday I measured out 5 of the different sides and I've been able to cut them out today. I only have a few more cuts left to do and then it'll be time to screw them in. Very exciting. Beautiful. Alright, I think I'm ready to screw them in. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do the little pocket hole or not. Should have asked him. Woo! I have successfully put in a couple. They're looking pretty good so far. The only bits that are messing me up is there's like these little welded parts on some of the windows that make the plywood stick out. I think the solution to that is just going to either be to cut into the ply or just leave the be and just have the ply that faces this side just go a bit wider at the bottom. I don't think it's really going to matter, honestly, but I'll ask Sam before I screw those in. But unfortunately, this bus is getting extremely hot right now. One of the reasons we wanted to smash it out over winter and autumn time, even though the motivation wasn't there, was because it's going to get hot in here until we can get all the insulation put in, all the ceilings covered, the windows covered. So for now, the only solution to that is to work for as long as I can and then go seek shade inside and do a different job until it cools down again. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. You two have been so patient. Yes, you've been patient. Let's go inside. Let's go home. They're like, we are home. What do you mean? Let's go, boys. So, I've had a bit of an issue when it comes to my camera's SD card, which means I can't film on my camera, and yet my day continues. So I am going to get a couple of bits of footage of me planting some corn into the garden. I haven't watered it yet because I want to plant the corn first and then be able to water it in. And I have heaps of progress on the bus so far with the window trimmings. So once we plant that out together, we'll head over to the bus and I'll show you what I've been doing. Unfortunately, the trouble with the phone is that it's a bit hard to film without holding the camera. So, I mean, I don't know what kinds of shots I'm going to get you guys.
You watching the lizards?
That looks like an absolute disaster zone, and most likely this trellis will be used as firewood rather than a trellis for the tomatoes. But for now, I just need to get it out of the way so that in this garden bed back here, I can plant all of my corn. And I'm only going to go halfway, at least for now, because I don't want to be overrun with corn. Last year, a lot of it got wasted, one, because we planted the wrong variety, and two, because there was just far too much and we couldn't get through it all. So hoping I got the right variety this year, hoping that I will make sure to preserve it this time and not just let it go to waste. Keep me accountable, guys, I need it. Hoping you guys are getting okay angles from this. Look at how hard it is to film with a phone. Flies so annoying at the moment. Thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update on what's growing at the moment in the garden. Seriously, these kangaroos. Luckily with the garlic, the bulbs are still okay. I mean, they haven't done the individual bulbs yet, so they are just one big, like almost onion type of garlic. So that's a bit upsetting. I don't think the heads being chopped off is going to drastically reduce their chance of bulbing up individually, but what it does stop is garlic scapes. The kangaroos have essentially eaten all the garlic scapes, and those are definitely something that I'm really upset that I won't have. But yeah, at least we'll have the bulbs. What can you do? Are you guys ready for this? I mean, it's not that big of a deal and I'm still yet to finish, but I'm pretty proud. Pretty proud. Let's go. How good it looks. I love it. Now the plan is to put ply over the top of this, like that, so that it's all nice and seamless with the ceiling. I should probably pick a better spot. Say here. So that it's seamless, and then that would have ply on it as well. However, I kind of like the look of this like pallet wood coming through, kind of like a homage to all of the pallet wood and reclaimed wood that we have in the heart of this home. I think that's pretty special to show that respect and that admiration for what really inspired this whole build, that want to be as sustainable as we can in all aspects of our life, especially when it comes to building a home. So I like it. The ply looks good. It's all going in easily, nice and neat. But yeah, let me know what you think. Should we cover it completely with ply so that it's really seamless, or should we pay tribute to all of the reclaimed wood in here? Let me know down in the comments. I must say that at this point I've gotten pretty good at having a system down, so watch this. And for some reason counting really helps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the edge. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on to the next one. Good morning. It is super early today. It's actually only just past 7, but I'm super keen and motivated to get out onto the bus. I always feel my best on a Thursday. Like I'm ready to conquer the homestead and conquer the world. So let's head over there and I'll show you guys what I'm working on today and this weekend. All right, we're here and it's a super cold day. For some reason, we've had a change and we've gone from like a 30-degree day a couple of days ago to like 16, and I'm cold. I wasn't able to sleep last night, but we're in the bus. And last week I was working on finishing off the windows, so adding the ply on the sides, and it's looking fantastic. At some point, whether it's this weekend or in the future, I'm going to sand all of this down so it's nice and neat, and then eventually stain it as well. I just kind of want to make sure that we have all of the walls in place as they're going to be, so that I know what color I want everything to be. We do like the pallet wood kind of sticking out as a striking feature, but I have also talked in the past about putting like wood accents along the wall once it's green, so I kind of don't want it to clash, so I'll keep you guys updated as we do it. Today's project though is to actually continue cutting the ply and to start finishing off the ceiling. So we're going to have a piece of ply, and I'll use this one as a demonstration. we'll have a piece of ply that sits up like this all the way along, and it'll reach to the bottom of this part and also to the top here. We'll eventually run maybe like jute rope or something along the edge to clean it up, rather than worrying about really sealing it with anything. We'll probably put silicone on or something and then the rope on top. But stay tuned for that. So that's the plan for that bit. And then I'll also be doing pieces that will sit in there like that. And if you can see, we're wanting to create a bit of an edge in this way so that we can then install our light strips up above there. And that's why when we got here, the wire was sitting up here. So that's kind of the idea of our LED light strips, is they will be stuck on up there so that they can shine up to the roof and then illuminate the space, rather than shining down and creating raccoon eyes or just light directly in our face. So up is better than down. It's going to make this small space feel a lot larger by having the lights do that. So yeah, I'm just going to be bringing ply over here, using the jigsaw and just getting it done, smashing out as much as I can. I'm now starting to cut the ceiling and put it in at the same time. So I want to show you a bit of a before and then an after. How good is this view? This finished ceiling view. It isn't quite finished though. Of course, you can see that there are gaps that we need to fill in some way. And there's two ways that we're going to do this. I ended up ordering some vinyl like edging that we're going to put onto all of these types of edges. We are going to attempt to put it up here, but honestly, I don't think it's going to stick, because I'm not quite sure how much we can get it to bend. So I do have a plan B, and that is to add some macrame. I'm making a door hanger for the door. I think you guys have seen me do that a few times. But one pattern that I really like on that door hanger is like just a very simple plait. And so instead of going and buying more rope of some sort and having to not only pay money for it but also have to go out of my way to get it, I might as well use things that I have around the house, things that I use all the time. I love macrame in so many different ways, and I think this color especially, I think this is the Sahara color that I sell on my shop. I think this will be a really nice blend of color over this. So here's my plait. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I think it looks really cute. Super cute. The issue is going to be in like big gaps like this one. Maybe I can do a 4-way braid. But here, adorable. Very cute. I think it's a great idea. I love that I can add my little handmade touches all over. I'm going to have a lot of driftwood detail, seashell detail, and also macrame details just all through the bus. I cannot wait for that. And of course, all of the natural wood, which I do still have to get some stain for. So stay tuned.